Welcome to Trading Nation. I'm Seema Mody. It's no secret that Tesla is on a tear. Shares of the electric car maker already up 35% in 2020 and topping $100 billion in market cap this week. Now, analysts at UBS reiterating their sell rating on the stock on Thursday, saying it's, quote, overshooting. But our next guest says the sky's the limit. Joining us now, Eddie Yoon, founder of think tank EddieWouldGrow. Eddie, welcome to Trading Nation. Give us your bullish thesis.
For sure. I think that once Tesla's crossed the $100 billion mark, and the next milestone that I see happening is the world's most valuable auto company. Toyota's already there at the $200 billion plus mark. And one of the things that I see is in the US, if you own a Toyota, you are 3 times more likely to want a Tesla. So I think that's actually very bad news for Toyota in the near term and in the long run. And you can see that kind of bearing out in their sales already today, where last year unit sales for Toyota in North America are down 2%. The Prius down 20%, Lexus overall down 13%, even the truck business down 1% there. So what you're seeing is really every lineup that Tesla has is going after every major segment that Toyota has at a much higher purchase intent, and that's going to be bad news to get to that $200 billion plus mark there. And then you see from there another set of stepping stones that happen, because once they hit what I believe will be about 9% household penetration, so about 10 million households in the US will have a Tesla at some point. That creates this amazing breeding ground for B2C services and software and subscription that can come out from there. So you're already seeing this now, where the advent of the full self-driving, the half-a-second acceleration for $2,000. What you're going to see is they're going to create a premium, actually the Tiffany of B2C subscription and software as a service coming out from there. You'll also see the advent of what I would say is about the size of a Progressive from an insurance standpoint. They've already launched the insurance product. Progressive has about 13 million policies in force. $36 billion in revenue, $48 billion in market cap. That's the next stepping stone that you're going to see. And so once they have those two things, what that's going to create is actually an immense amount of cash flow to generate the next set of the stepping stones, which are going to be B2B software and services and solutions.
Got it. So you see the auto play, you see the technology opportunity. What about China, Eddie? Because they had that new Shanghai plant. When do you see production hitting, a number where that really gets Wall Street excited?
Yeah, no, I think what you're going to see is China, one of the world's great luxury markets, certainly scale up from there in the near term. But I actually think what's going to happen there is the most exciting thing I see from there is that Musk's announcement that they're going to design a car by Chinese engineers for the rest of the world, because that's actually the long run play, is that when they solve for B2B and B2C software and services, that this call it $30,000 perhaps, automobile that will be suitable for the rest of the world will really get them an unstoppable lead that you'll see that will help them cross that $500 billion, maybe even $1 trillion mark.
But what about the local competitors inside China, plus a slowing economy?
Yeah, no, it certainly, these are all things to watch for. But the thing is that what's interesting is that Tesla is growing the pie, even in the midst of a flat to even in some cases declining auto segment. And I think that's because they're not really an automotive company, in that they don't play by the same rules as other category companies do, because they're actually blurring the lines of what a car category is versus a services versus a software company is there.
Got it. Eddie, interesting perspective there. Thanks for joining us today, Eddie. Joining us from 30 Rock there. Thank you for watching Trading Nation. I'm Seema Mody. We'll see you next time.